it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
First and 10, Taylor now. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
They'll run on 1st down. Taylor, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the handoff, Taylor. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns' 15-yard line. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They're going to look to throw. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations, and they feel like maybe they're just the better team, and they want to go ahead and prove it conclusively.
Pushing his way through, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. first carry for Nick Chubb. And some strong running. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. And this one's incomplete.
Well, you know, in this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Quick throw out wide by Wentz. Touchdown! Odell Beckham, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10.
46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns will take over possession here up at the 44. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now a play fake. Wentz. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
7 yards there on the first down screen play. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Wentz now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Barnes. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Wentz. They set up the screen to Chubb. Touchdown, Browns! Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Browns have taken the lead.
Sam Sloman now for the point after.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Looking to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's gotten them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row.
On first down, Wentz. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Wentz now on first down. It's caught over the middle. Hooper.
And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find Isabella. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. They'll look to throw here. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
You definitely won't like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a give to Taylor. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Browns drive about to get started.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
A final shot before half for Wentz. He finds his man, complete. That's Barnes. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Third quarter starts with a run by Chubb, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They run it again with Chubb. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Wentz now to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right side. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Colts are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Running left, Taylor. 68 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Out from the shadows of their goal line, here's 1st and 10 from the 11. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll try the left side. It's Taylor. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. The Colts send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. "51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And this is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. A give. This is Chubb.
And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. To throw, it's Wentz. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. Touchdown, Browns! Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon.
And the Browns are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They run once more with Taylor.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The Colts on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Now back to throw. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. The 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marquise Goodwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, Wentz. He finds his man, complete. That's Barnes. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Wentz going to throw.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Wentz.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2nd and 10.
Now Wentz. Drops it off for Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To throw is Wentz. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Wentz. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! Odell Beckham, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. They'll drop the throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. This one caught by Isabella.
7 yards to pick up there.
Second and 3. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns will take over possession here up at the 44.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Handoff comes to Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. A give running right is Chubb. He gets away from 1. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Browns are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this fourth quarter advantage. Out for the PAT, here's Sloman. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Browns 42, Colts 14.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.